she be. There she be. Everybody else live, we already know that. Turn you down, wait a minute. Okay. Hit refresh. Maybe not. There we are. 2 minutes late, but we're here. Proper. Oh, it did tag. On my phone, it showed me that it didn't tag. That's not very nice. All right, well, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it, shall we? What's good, everybody? Happy New Comic Book Day. Welcome to another Fepic New Comic Book Day show. As always, we're here. We're gonna run through some great covers, some great stories, maybe give away some spoilers. Oops, my bad. But yeah, before we jump in, if you have not already, please hit subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Whatever platform you're watching on, if it's Facebook, the link will be in the description. Show that love. Slide over to the YouTube, give a subscription, and hit the bell so you know when we go live. All right, y'all. IG. You already know, IG is always the same, at Fepic _. If you don't want to see so much of this and you just want to see the books, go over to IG, check it out. And as always, IG, you know where it's at. Link is in the bio. Okay, let's start off with our Fepic list of the week. As always, we get you with, you know, certain selections. Some weeks they lean heavier towards the indie titles and publishers. Some weeks you're just like, wow, that was a lot of books from the big boys, and it was hard not to sway that way, right? This week, balance, we'll say it's a balance, all right? So with the start of it, let's go with the Fepic Indie of the Week, right? The Fepic Indie Book of the Week. It's issue number 1 of Tales of Asunda from Stranger Comics. That's Sebastian Jones. That's his imprint, or excuse me, he publishes it. This is his comic, his baby. What's crazy about this is I'm almost positive this was already optioned by HBO, right? But that aside, still a great comic to swoop up because it's not only is it written well, it's beautifully done inside. The interior work is gorgeous. I want to make sure I give a proper shout out to Julio, Brilha, and the layout artist, Daryl May, as well as colorist Blond. Okay, a freaking gorgeous book. Easily hits the list for the Fepic Indie of the Week. Swoop that up. Tales of Asunda, issue number 1. It's like a if you're not familiar with Niobe, if you're not familiar with that world, right? No worries. This is a great place to jump in because we're also covering a little bit of backstory. We're jumping back and forth in terms of time frame to fill in a little bit more in terms of character depth and who it is we're dealing with here. Love it. Absolutely love it. And there's some things being said in here. There's some things being said that socially we could probably take note. Let's take a few notes. What am I grabbing instead? 1992, Malibu Sun number 19, right? That's your first premiere of The Pit. All right, before we get on to the next Fepic, you know what to do. If you're interested in any of these books, you can swoop them up right there in the comments. Just say swoop, the name of the comic, or bin, or claim, or I want that. If there's something you're looking for in particular that you don't see, you know what to do. DM the page directly, or again, just drop it right in the comments, All right, next up, we have the Fepic covers of the week. As always, I'm gonna need your help to figure out kind of which way we're swaying here. I tried to pick out 2 that, they each hit a little different, okay? They each hit a little different. But at the same time, God, both these stories I was looking forward to, okay? Because, well, let's just get into it. We'll start with the indie. Okay, we'll start with the indie. This is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 109, and that cover though, it's just beautiful. Like the cover itself is great, but we gotta give a shout to the whole crew, because Mighty Morphin Power Rangers were on issue 109, right? It has stayed consistent since issue 1 with Kyle Higgins on it, right? We have not skipped a beat, even with the other titles. But not only are they always well written, right? A lot of fun, perfect pace. We've been introduced to a lot of new characters, so they're keeping it fresh, right? But like the interior work just always goes. It just goes. Okay, anyways, so where we at? We want to make sure we give the artist some love. This is the cover B, so the Vincenzo Riccardi. I've got to say, if I go back and think, if the stoner memory allows me, we've said this name a few times. Regarding Fepic covers, okay? So that's option number 1 of your Fepic cover of the week, the Riccardi. Not to mention Power Rangers 109, a lot of fun. You've got like 2 battles going on right now. We've had Rita and Zed going at it, and then you've got the Power Rangers battling it out with, what's the old kid's name? Matt, right? Who is like more or less been possessed as like the new bad boy Green Ranger. Okay, a lot of fun. If you haven't jumped in and you're intimidated by issue 109, don't be. You're only like 2 issues into what would be a great jump on point for you, right? And if you need help acquiring back issues, any back issues, not just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, all you gotta do is hit us up. We got you. We're replacing 1973 Classic. This is your first orb and technically your first meet and greet, all right? Your first meet and greet between Spidey and Ghost Rider here. Swoop that up. That's some heat right there. Give me a team up with that. Okay, next up on the Fepic cover of the list, again, we've got options. I've always got 2 options for you. I need you to put in the comments which one you like more. You got that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Radishi Cardo or Vincenzo Radishi variant, and then you've got your John Tyler Johnson. Ooh, that negative variant of Miles. Hey, it might hit different, man, because you're messing with my colors now, right? You're already messing with one of my favorite characters, but then you've just straight red and black. Here in Portland, red and black goes a long way. Okay, red and black goes a long way. That I might be leaning, right? We've gotten plenty of negative covers before, right? But some just speak, right? Some just speak to you. And that could be a lot of the times why you swoop up the book to begin with, okay? You're just like, I have no idea what's going on in this. This is a new Marvel event. I haven't even talked about it yet. We'll get to it, right, when I pull up the cover A. But for now, you guys gotta let me know which cover hits harder, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 109 or your Ultimate Invasion issue number 1 negative space variant from John Tyler Johnson. Christian? John? I just bundled that. What are we pulling down? Ooh, Defenders, issue number 26. There's like everybody in this issue. It's a crazy amount of folks are in this issue, because you've got the whole Defenders squad, right? Then you also have the Guardians. Yondu is in there as well. Like, great classic issue. Swoop that up. Okay, next up, let's go with the Fepic first. So the Fepic premiere issue of the week. All right, gonna switch it up, right? Usually as often as DC and Marvel are kind of like rebooting titles, right? It's pretty much on the regular that 1 or 2 a week I could hit you with, right? That's not our style here at Fepic, okay? We love to showcase the indies, especially when they got some heat behind them. What do I mean by heat? I specifically, I'm talking about Abnett and Culbard's Wild's End issue number 1 from Boom Studios. Okay, what am I talking about when I say some heat? I'm talking about translation, okay? I'm talking about what would this story, not what would, could this story translate to the big screen or the streaming screen or whatever, the handheld. And oftentimes it is a no, because there's so many indie titles that come out. When I think about market, like the money that would have to go into it, and is there really a market for that? How would you market? We already know streaming services do a really shite job, like shite. Did you know that freaking Secret Invasion is out right now? Like today, today, right now, it's out there. Just boom, go grab it, go watch it on Disney Plus. I shouldn't even be. Why am I? Anyways, things like that. Things get swooped up left and right. There's always content. Sure, that was a Marvel reference, but there are so many things that kind of slip through the cracks, right? And what I try to do at Fepic is I try to read a lot of indies, right? I try to read a lot of indies, but ultimately only, a couple a week, I'd say, where I'm like, ooh, this has some potential, right? This has some potential. This has more than potential. This is, again, Wild's End issue number 1. It is going to be more of a character building issue. So you're not sure what's going on, other than you're meeting these characters as they convene to go all out on a fishing expedition, right? And as they return, well, they're more or less forced to return to town, everyone is gone. And there's other layers to this, right? There's other layers to this, but I'm excited to see where it goes. I also don't want to give away too much. But the name Wild's End, instead of everyone's just a human or whatever, they're animals. Okay, they're animals. So again, really worth the swoop, really worth the check. That is our Fepic premiere issue of the week, Wild's End. I feel like I rambled on that for a minute, but it was worthy ramble. What you know about No Werewolf by Night? Huh? Second appearance, 1972. Swoop that up. Swoop. Nice. Okay. All right, next up, let's go with our, what are we at? Our Fepic Key of the Week. Okay, so there's always first appearances. There's not always first appearances. Some weeks you got 3, 4, 5 first appearances. It's wonderful. Also a little bit chaotic. Some weeks there's, a first appearance of a new armor or something along those lines, right? This week, ooh baby, there was a bunch of keys. There's a bunch of firsts, but I had to narrow it down, and it actually was worth, it wasn't that hard to think about. For me, this was the Fepic Key of the Week. This is Wonder Woman issue number 800. And more importantly, this is your card stock that features the first cover appearance of Trinity. That is Wonder Woman's daughter, who you'll also meet inside the pages as I believe Tom King is taking over the scribe for Wonder Woman down the line here, at which point we will meet Trinity, I'm sure more, or get more of a story, all that good stuff. But anyways, that is your Fepic, who is that? Daniel Semperi and, I don't want to murder that. Tome Mori? I don't know. No, I apologize. Doubtful you'll see this, but I apologize. But it's still my Fepic Key of the Week. I love Wonder Woman. I'm so excited. I don't think you can see it. It's not on frame. As I point to one of the posters of the Trial of the Amazons. I love that, to learn, more tribes. You've got this competition. Nubia ends up winning and becoming the queen of the Amazons. I'm all for this. And then fast forward to Gunn taking over at DC or DCU or whatever. And we learned that we are going to get an Amazon's like focused on the islands, a show. Oh yeah. Anyways, that's why you want to swoop these up. You want to swoop that up for sure. Okay. And with that, that is your ASM 210. I feel like a broken record, but this could be the first time you're watching anything Fepic. So let me just say this, ASM 210, if you do not already have a copy of ASM 210, what are you doing? Go swoop one up. I've got one right here for you. In fact, I've got two right here, maybe even three, because it's an issue you want. That is your first appearance of Madam Web, among other things. We know that obviously we are getting the show or the movie or whatever here soon. So that's a key you want. That's a key you want. Freaking Madam Web. ASM 210 newsstand. I think I have 3 copies of the newsstand that look chef's kiss. Let me know in the comments if you guys need a copy. Okay. What are we going here? Oh, panel of the week. Fepic panel of the week. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's a full page. Okay, today it's a full page. I made it really easy on us. But shout out to, and this is also another name that I love throwing out, Ewing, doing such a great job. But then you've got Cafu with Perez on the artwork, which is important to shout out because this is the Fepic panel of the week. This brawl, okay, between Eddie and more or less Carnage, it just hits, boy. I love it. It is brutal. The face, just the whole thing. I shouldn't have said page. I meant 2 pages, full layout. Full layout. Are we calling it the Fepic layout of the week? Let's spoil some shit. You know what? We're not done. This could have been one of the first of the week. But guess what? We gave it to Wonder Woman. But at the end of 21, right, of this issue of Venom, bro, Carnage and Venom decide to just like, yeah, do this. This is, I don't even know what this is. I think folks are in trouble. I think folks are in trouble, and I'm looking for this. What is it? The summer of symbiotes? Is that what they're saying? Loving it. Truly loving it. I was kind of like, why are we gonna do this? Is there gonna be enough interest? Especially because, you know, they plan Marvel and MCU now. It's pretty much like coincide, right? You'd hope. I wasn't necessarily feeling the Venom flicks, even though I love Woody, I love Tom. Yeah, they were so. We're getting a third, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Hopefully this is the one that finally, like, we get to see the merge of, like, you know, Spideys or whatever. But anyways, in the meantime, hit the books, baby. The books have been great. Swoop that up. Venom issue number 21 from Ewing. Go back to our, yup. All right. And to add a column or whatever category to our list this week, I'm gonna hit you with the Fepic or the low-key swoop of the week, okay? This is the Fepic low-key swoop of the week. It could be a big boy book, it could be a little book, it could be anything, right? It's just something that, like, you didn't know you were going to acquire, okay? Today, it is an independent book, and I'm really stoked I was able to swoop this up. Shout out to Debbie over at Excalibur Comics here in Portland. This is the publisher's Silver Pocket. From Silver Pocket and Reagan Buchanan. This is the secret history of Black Punk. And I didn't get that. I know you know what? Always trying to get yourself on camera, girl. What I really dig about this is, okay, so let me just roll through. It says, this is the secret history of Black Punk. It's an illustrated roll call for punk, post-punk, hardcore, no wave, experimental bands, all from ground zero till now. A starting point for anyone curious or another reference for those who devour all genre-related things, or just a cool artifact if you already know what this is about. And for me, I only know a little bit about like black punk in general. Probably more about like black metal than black punk, right? Anyway, but that's, yeah, different conversation, different genre. Anyways, so I had to swoop it up. I like educating myself, not to mention I like supporting, okay? Double supporting the LCS as well as supporting a small publisher, right? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Swoop that up. This is literally my only extra copy. I've got it here for 15 bucks. It is my only extra copy. Again, The Secret History of Black Punk. Swoop. Yeah, my Fepic low-key swoop of the week. And it was worthy. It was worthy. All right, how we doing? Where are we at? Just curious to see how long that took. You're not gonna show me. Dope. All right, next up, let's go to two heaters, really. We'll start with the 1 in 10. This is your Matteo Scalera 1 in 10 Void Rivals issue number 1, first print. Again, it's the first print because you're gonna get at least a second and third from this, because multiple first appearances, not to mention this confirms the tie-in or the universe tie-in of the Energon universe. So Void Rivals also will include G.I. Joe as well as Transformers. Like, it's nuts. It's yeah. Love that. Okay, next up, let's hit you with the 1 in 25 Darvo. These rolled out slow. I don't know if it was shipping or what, but yes, please, and thank you. They're hot and understandable because it already spoils it in the back. Well, Jeff, you see a Transformer in the page, obviously, but in the very back of the issue is an ad for the Transformers that are going to be it's wonderful. I mean, it is Kirkman. It does make sense that this would be rolled out so perfectly, but swoop up those first prints, right? Swoop up those ratios. They are going to do you fine, all right? They'll do you fine. Next up, someone who I know has all the talent and potential in the world to give us an amazing event, but sometimes the event isn't seen all the way through, so I get a little upset. But this time it's only going to be 4 large double-sized issues. This is Ultimate Invasion, issue number 1 from Jonathan Hickman. Yes, they are finding a way to bring the Ultimate Universe or characters back. I don't know how yet, because this is going to be my post-footy match issue that I'm going to read tonight. But I did love the cover A, which is your full wraparound, right? I don't know why I did that here and not over here. Okay, let's do it. Let's go here. All right, the cover A hits, right? Not as much as the negative space, but I love it. I love it. How will this work? I don't know, because to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Miles is the only like hero left from the Ultimate Universe. There's like also crazy ass alternate Reed Richards, who is a problem. But I think that's it, right? Right. Anyways, definitely worth the swoop. Definitely worth the swoop. Again, only a 4-issue event, but they're all like double size and just, yeah, I needed that. I need that. Hit me with something good, Hickman. I've lost a little bit of faith. This man burnt me out on X-Men, like not just X-Men, but the X universe. I had to take a pause. Okay, swoop that up. Ultimate Invasion, the cover A. It is a little bit spendier, but I think we can throw it out there for only $6. Yeah, and there's your Wonder Woman first appearance and first cover of Trinity. All right, next up, Another issue that could have made the first appearance, or the Fepic key of the week, excuse me. We'll slide right to it. This is Cult of Misery issue number 2, and it's been cool. It's been cool. It's all right. Like I said, I've been really digging this whole Summer of Symbiote thing. You know, all the little different runs. You also got the Venom verse, and you've got the Carnage and Miles arc going right now. This is your first appearance right here of Madness. And he ain't fucking around, I'll say that. Okay? You see Madness, he's like all encompassing of a bunch of stuff. It's not good. It's not good. Alright? We'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. I'm not mad though, because you know what to do. It's a first appearance. It's also a cover A. So, you know, swoop, swoop. Swoop, swoop. I got 3 copies left. $3. Where are we at? Should we go back the other way? All right. I learned my lesson last week. I'm only gonna stack these up 2 deep, okay? All right, next up, we had more first appearances. This, like I said, this week was nuts. And not to mention, you've got your David Nakayama cover of The Mandalorian issue number 1, and your first appearance of Cobb Vanth. I love it. They just put it right there on the cover for you. That's pretty dope. Swoop, because it just told you right there. It told you to swoop it up. It's like, I'm a first appearance. I'm a cover A. And I'm a David Nakayama cover. Swoop! I only have 2 copies of this. I only have 2 copies of this left. You can swoop it up though for $6. $6. Yep. Next up, let's go indies. I feel like I've been a lot of, like, it was a big boy week. But we're gonna go from CEX Publishing. This is Missing Place. Okay, and this, oh baby. This is, okay, humanity has consumed every single animal on Earth, right? So then they leave Earth and start hunting other animals and harvesting and bringing them back to Earth so that they could dine on them later. Some of these animals and species, let's say, can shapeshift, if you will. This is a story of somebody who's kind of we're taking the power back, if you will. This is a one-shot, and it's saying some things. It's saying a lot of things about society and consumption. Not just consumption in terms of like food and the garbage we fucking eat, but like consumption in general, like the swag, all the goods, all the things. It hits. It might not hit right away, but this is definitely a one shot that by the time I put it down, I was like, I really liked that. I wasn't sure where it was going, but at the same time, I really liked it. It wrapped up great. Definitely worth the swoop. I only have 2 extra copies of this. Missing Place. It's a one shot, okay? $5. Okay, next up, let's go another indie. This is actually an ongoing that I've been grabbing from the beginning. It's a title I definitely told you guys to swoop up, just to go and grab, because it has a lot of potential. It translates really well. Sure, I could see it as a feature, right? As a feature film, but what I would love to see it as an ongoing. This is Wes Craig with Wordy and Onwald's Kaya, and this is issue number 9. Issue number 9. And it continues to be a story that's just like adventure packed. It's crazy endearing. There's suspense. It drops on it. You got a little something. You give a little something and take a little something with each issue. Specifically an arm. Here recently, the magic arm is gone. All right, I don't want to give away too much, but if you are interested, I've definitely talked about pretty much like almost every issue in past episodes. Get it out. Past episodes. You can find those past episodes. There we go. I was getting around to it by subscribing to our YouTube. It's all on YouTube, so go check it out. That's at Fepic. Really easy to track down. Or if you're on Facebook, link will be in the description. Or IG, link is in the bio. I appreciate y'all. I feel like the hair's kind of getting out of control right now. Kaya, issue number 9. Okay, next up, really excited about this. Don't need to bring this up to you because you've already seen the cover. When I showed you the free comic book day covers, we actually got a little glimpse of this already. This is the Incredible Hulk issue number 1. And yeah, we're going back to a vibe of horror and thriller and monsters, and it's going to a very swampy vibe. I know that's a different place, but you know what I mean. I'm really excited about this Hulk issue number 1. You should be swooping this up. It is a double-sized issue, but you can grab it here for $4. Okay. What else do we want to get through? Ooh, okay. Again, shipping issues, but last week, this week, whatever. This is Black Panther issue number 1. That is your design variant. It hits. He is no longer the king. He's more or less just on the streets doing what he do. And he's about to go up against a new baddie, and that is your first appearance, which is why you definitely want to swoop that Black Panther issue number 1, your design variant. Grab it for $6. Only $6. When it gets quiet. There it goes. All right, we'll start pulling some things down. Venom misery. All right, next up, let's go with another gorgeous cover, but even more so, I'm going to continue to swoop up anything Tom Taylor does, because Tom Taylor is just exceptional writer in terms of depth, character building, world building, pacing, right? It doesn't get too slow, but doesn't get, too quick on it. But then you also have your Jen Bartel. Woo-wee. Starfire, thank you very much. That is absolutely delicious. It's delicious. I don't have my usual, I gotta say, for a while there was a steady rotation of every day or every new comic book day, I had at least a Bartel and a Frizen and a Peach. But maybe things have slowed down. Maybe they got exclusive and they're working on what they need to be working on. I just hope that they're all making good money, right? Getting paid what they're worth, because all 3 of those names I threw out, they be running it. They should be running it. They should be along the lines of the Alex Rosses and whatnot. The Scotty Youngs, the ones that everybody be sweating on, right? Because they're just consistently chef's kiss, right? Okay, let's keep it pushing. We also had more first appearances in Vigil issue number 2 from Rom V. I told y'all guys that this is not like a person. Vigil is like kind of a group, a society, if you will. It could be growing. Well, it is growing as we meet more characters. It's really important you swoop up these first couple of issues if you're not gung-ho about going with these, But for me, Spirit Spirit World, City Boy, and Vigil. I'm gonna continue to grab these because I look forward to the unique storytelling, as well as kind of the different perspective of not only just superheroes, but like the creative teams themselves. Not a lot of names that are gonna like ring bells besides from Ron V. But the work is just dope. Okay, next up, did I already do Miles? Did I mess that up? Because I think I was supposed to do Miles and, oh, I just said her name. Let's show her love real quick. Here we go. I got a Bartell this week, and of course I got a Frizen. And this was kind of sad, right? Because obviously she's dead, but she died kind of like not so great. Was it like not so great? But again, maybe they're bringing it back. I don't know. But regardless, you gotta swoop up Ultimate Invasion issue number 1. And for me, I had to have the Peach. Had to have the Peach Momoko variant. Poor Janet. Ooh, again, Void Rivals, 1 in 25. That Darvo is fire. You just need to make sure you have at least the cover A of Void Rivals. I mean, any cover, but at the same time, we've talked about this before. There's rules to this. Get a cover A. Okay, next up, man, we've got more to go through. Good Lord, it was a big week. We might be breaking this up in parts. Next up, let's go another issue that had first full appearance of, what's old boy's name? New Mazo. There you go, New Mazo. And you got the whole crew, old school crew, fighting against him. This is your world's finest issue, number 16. Was it Mark Waid? Yeah. I believe it's Mark Waid. Front of the book, dum-dum. Yeah. Oh, and Mora on the... No wonder this thing goes. Okay, let me hit you with another panel real quick. These are a lot of fun, guys. If you guys want something that's a little more lighthearted, the pacing feels more kind of like your silver and bronze age, you know what I mean? This is a lot of fun, not to mention you got Mora on the interior, so that they just pop, man. But you do have a first appearance in there of New Mazo. So, swoop, swoop. First full appearance. We've had the cameo. But you know our rules. Swoop those up right now. Before... Well, they'll always be able to find them, but it's more about what you'll have to pay to get them. All right? Next up, let's go with, man, let's end on these. We have, no, we can talk about that later here. We'll do that on a coffee session. Okay, DC, Tom Taylor, Nightwing. What are we on? Issue 105 now. This is kind of cool. I mean, it's a little like we've seen it before, but this whole issue is from the perspective of Dick Grayson. Hence the chest, and like he's gonna put that. And this is the cowl. Let's get you. The only time we like see Dick is when he's like, for instance, right here. He's on the bike, and we get like a glimpse of him looking back at himself or her, but you know, we catch the reflect. It's cool. I'm glad it's only one issue like this, you know, I'll just say that, but it doesn't take away that, you know, Eisner nominated again. Nightwing, Swoop. If you guys are not reading this, Swoop, especially if you're a fan of Titans, because yeah. Swoop. Nightwing 105. Put you right there. And the last couple, we'll go one more indie. Oh, I definitely want to go this. Okay. one more indie, and then we'll go a couple. We'll end it on some Miles goodness. Right now, currently, I'm getting ready for this weekend. There's a signing I'm popping in for, but I'm always gonna support David Walker. When he touches any project, I just try to show love, man. I try to show love. Crazy talent. Love to see his name on it. That's Victory issue number 1. I do believe not only is David, but Brett, Brett Waddell is also. They're both like Portland dudes, so like I'm pretty geeked to go chat it up with the creative team. But Victory issue number 1, you've seen it from the pages of Vampirella. Swoop that up from Dynamite. Support black creatives, you know what I mean? That's what's up. Okay, two-parter here on the final books I'll cover for this issue, even though I do want to give a quick shout out to, there were so many covers. There were so many Fepic covers this week. I read a lot of books. Okay. So again, we've already talked about it. We've talked about it is the Summer of Symbiotes. Right now we have a Carnage Reigns event going on through the pages of Carnage and Miles, along with we'll get to that. But let's start with, because we are winding down the event here. This is Carnage Reigns, part 5 of 7, but this is Carnage issue number 14 from Pac Nadell. That cover also hits. Oh, I don't want to ruin this, but this cover is proper. Eric Arciniega. Arciniega. You gotta slip the N in there. Yeah. Well done. I mean, I guess I've been reading this whole run up until Rom jumped off of it between Carnage and Al Ewing on Venom. So I guess I have been kind of geeking out regardless. But yeah, it really has been symbiote heavy, and I'm not mad. It's been a lot of fun. Swoop that up, Carnage issue number 14. But right now, more importantly, that's part 5 of 7 of the Carnage Reigns event, which will lead us into the second to last, penultimate, whatever, issue of the Carnage Reign arc. This is your Miles Morales issue number 7, and there are some firsts in this, right? I'll just say this issue was brutal. Holy shit, was it brutal. First, do I want to do this or I want to save it for coffee time? I kind of want to. Oh, I want to do both. Okay, first off, Miles gets just all kinds of messed up early on, like back broken messed up. So Tony has to come in. They're fighting more or less a dragon now. So we're gonna get introduced to Tony's Dragon Slayer armor, okay? Which is just, oh, I love it. And then at the very end, we get introduced to Miles and his new iron suit. You know what I mean? Like Iron Spider suit. Oh my goodness. Carnage Reigns has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Again, if you guys need help acquiring back issues of this run, all you gotta do is let us know. All you gotta do is let us know in the comments. We got you. We got you. Or just say swoop. There's actually a 1 in 25 that dropped of this week that I also really wanted to grab because it just, too many covers. It was a great week for comics, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out. This has been another Fepic New Comic Book Day show. If you have not already, show us the love. Slide over to YouTube. You can find us at youtube.com/@Fepic, okay? Or if you're on IG, link is in the bio. If you're on the book, link will be in the description. But I appreciate y'all. Show the love, share the show. And if you got any questions, you were hoping to see something, or you thought something was coming out this week, keep in mind, I only got through about 2/3 of my stack, right? So we're gonna do a two-parter, and then don't worry, we're also gonna be back later this week with 2 new episodes of Fepic Coffee Sessions. So we'll get to them. But again, if you guys are looking for something specific you didn't see, hit us in the fucking comments. And otherwise, y'all stay safe as always, and we will definitely see you every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hit the bell so you know when you'll see us in between that. Okay.